Just to paint a picture for you, it smells heavily of cat piss in here. The toilet bowl is black. And when I say black, I mean like it's actually black. Just going to literally get this because it's only for baking, so I can't imagine it's very strong citric acid. Dissolve it with, hot water. I don't have time for that. I need this now. I need this done now. I need it done yesterday. I needed it done when the previous owners moved out, but they couldn't be asked to clean up after themselves, so here I am doing it for them. It's not like we paid them $500,000 to, not be grubs. So these people paid them a very good price for this house. A lot more than we should have, because we had rosy colour lenses on and the market's terrible, and it still is, and we had to get in somewhere, and we just wanted a place to live, and we were sick of paying rent. We had the deposit ready and stuff. I'd sold my house up north. We moved mountains to make this house sale happen. All they had to do was sit there and make demands. Settlement day comes, right? They're like, oh, actually, do you reckon we could stay in the house for a month longer? And we're like, well, we would have. We were going overseas anyway, so there wasn't really much that we could have done. So we're like, fine, it's Christmas, You got a lot of kids, you can stay in the house a little bit longer, but you're going to have to pay rent because we're paying rent at the moment, and we're also going to be paying a mortgage. So people go, yeah, no worries, we can do that. Didn't get any issues from them whatsoever. They're like, yeah, that's okay, we can do that. So they paid rent, and then their move out date was the 16th of January. Now on the 16th of January, Hannah and myself were in Japan, enjoying our holiday, just skiing around, doing what you do in Japan and Hakuba, Hakuba's great, by the way. Like, it's 16th today, so we should hear from our real estate agent. We didn't hear from a real estate agent. Now, I want to preface this by saying the real estate agent was absolutely brilliant through this entire process, so was our solicitor. The reason we didn't hear from her is because she was trying desperately to sort it out before she called us, because she knew it was going to be disappointing news. They were taking far too long to move their stuff out. They were refusing to hand the keys over. They hadn't cleaned the yard. And she came by to check and take the keys, take control of the house, make sure they're out. There was mess everywhere. The shipping containers were gone. Great. I have no idea how these people lived. There's trash all through the yard. It's like someone's grabbed a rubbish bin and just spread it through the yard, as you do. The toilet, which I'm currently cleaning with citric acid, because apparently you can't put hydrochloric in your plumbing. It's black. Literally black. Like, there's no other... It's black. Downstairs was a pigsty. Half the jobs that he said he was going to finish before we moved out, which were kind of conditions of the contract, he didn't do. By the way, we said, don't worry about a bond clean, just leave the house in a clean and tidy condition. And that was written to the contract. So this was all by the contract. Clean the house when you move out like a normal, decent person would. Clean the house like you've just got paid $500,000, essentially. So these people's response to that is to not clean at all and left all their shit in the yard. The shed was still locked with old mate's keys. Kitchen's filthy. There's grease falling out of the range hood all the time. It's disgusting. They've just grabbed their stuff and left. They haven't cleaned at all. We're happy to get the house. It's our house now. It's a piece of shit, but it's our piece of shit. But we're really disappointed that they didn't clean up after themselves. So throughout this entire process, it has not been the fault of the real estate agent, has not been the fault of the solicitor, has not been the fault of anybody but the people who were previously here. Basically got onto the real estate. The real estate did it for us. Got onto their solicitor, and basically their solicitor demanded that they come back to the house and clean up, and then they were lashing out and getting verbally abusive towards everybody. One of them works at a very, very prominent, well-known business, and yeah, I run into her all the time, and she gives us dirty looks all the time, like we're the ones who did them wrong. I think this whole issue came about and they left it in a pigsty and caused all this drama because we had the audacity to ask them to pay money while they stayed at our house for an extra month. Basically, yeah, they were told to pull their heads in, go and clean the house. So they've rocked up one morning, herself, her husband, and their eldest kid. And the poor kid looks like he's just had enough of it. They were giving me sour looks because I was doing floor stuff at the time, and I've pulled up and I'm like, I've looked at them, and if they looked at me, I was going to say hey, but I wasn't going to engage with them otherwise because I said I don't want them in the house. We'll worry about that because we've got stuff in the house now and stuff in the shed, and they're not going in those areas because frankly, if these people can turn on a dime and decide that they're just going to leave the house in a mess and treat everybody else like shit, I have no idea what their intentions could be, so I'm not letting them anywhere inside the house near me. I just asked them to come back, clean up their shit in the yard, and I could see it from here. There's still old bits of carpet and tarp and stuff that they've left in the yard that I guess we have to clean up because they're here for a grand total of 2 hours on the day that they were told to come back and clean up the yard. Hannah and I are still doing emu parades through the yard just to, grab up the little bits of confetti that someone just spread through the yard at some point. It's like these people didn't believe in a rubbish bin, but basically the moral of the story is if you're going to pay over $500,000 for a house, make damn sure that the people who are currently in it are going to leave it in a nice condition. Doesn't have to be professionally clean, but I think in future I will be asking for that. It just has to be cleaned to the standard that a normal person would walk in and go, that's clean, not the standard that a grub would go, that's clean because it hasn't got cockroaches crawling all over it. Which in another story, they're fucking everywhere downstairs. Anyway, that's it. That's my story. That's all done.